All right.
Hi.
I don't know, depending on when you're going to watch the video. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is OG Okun. I think I should add Bro OG.
Um,
Okay, it's Bro OG Okun with my lovely wife. She,
my name is Ruth Okon
oh,
Godwin.
okay. Okay. I think the first question here was
And we are the rock team.
okay. Rocked. All right. I think the first question was how you were led to each. No, I think it was Johnny from Memory Lane. How we met. Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah, how we met.
I think I'll allow you to go first. You remember more? Me, I can't remember. Oh, yeah, so you do the.
Okay.
Uh,
So backward to 2015.
2015. Wow.
I'm on
Women
Facebook.
and dates.
I'm on Facebook scrolling through my phone, and I see this picture of him playing with kids, teen toys. Like who is this person playing with this thing? Like who does this these days? I looked at the picture. I passed. I saw another of his picture. This was his profile picture on purple shirt and tie,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, this brother is nice. I didn't know that it was the same person I saw because I think he was on casual on the first picture.
Always
Like,
on casual.
this brother is looking nice. That was when he uploaded his profile picture, and then a few days later, I got a chat from my husband. Like, hi. And I just clicked on the profile. Let me see the brother that is chatting me up. I clicked on the profile, and lo and behold, it was this person I saw. Funny enough, the picture registered in my brain. I just I'm like, I began to be like inquisitive. Who is this person? Who is this person? Who is this person? And he was insulting me. Oh, hi, hello. He wanted to know me. We have never seen each other before. But well,
So yeah.
the rest is history.
I mean I think that's the contact. That was the first contact anyway. I actually think the first time we met was in University of Uyo. You remember that time when you came for your project and all?
Yes, later when we became
That
friends.
was actually when we met, but the first contact was on Facebook. I
Yes.
think so.
Yes.
That was actually when we met.
When we became friends and started talking, we now met physically for the first time in University of Uyo. And
You see, that was
it
when
was
we
beautiful.
that was when
Let
we
me
met.
tell you what my husband did. He opened car doors.
I'm a nice guy. I'm a gentleman. I open car doors for people. You know.
He made me feel really special. Like, I never forget that period.
Aww.
I came to do my project work. He was all running around for me. I had an A in that project. So yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I think
You
you
have
should.
to say your own. They said you have to say your own.
But actually, I think from you, I think I would actually start, saying we actually met from when you came to you for that project, and I think that was when we actually really met, and okay, I was just looking, thoughts. We have to pray and look as well. So I think it started there for me anyway. So I, just got the vibes, and that was it. It just clicked, and we started communicating. We were basically just friends, though. From that time, we just gisting, talking, fighting, and which is very important part. The important part is the fight. Plenty,
We fought a
fight.
lot.
So I think that was that. Okay. How I was late? How we were late? Does God still lead? Yeah, definitely. God still leads anyway, because I think when we met, despite at some point there was a time I thought, see, will not work. Me and this young lady, we are fighting too much, and at some point I was like, let me just ignore her. Let me just ignore her and go about my business and just kukuma forget about this lady. We are fighting too much, and I don't think it's actually the best for us. But when you try to get someone off your mind and try to take someone out, it happens to be like that same person was really, really, really meant to be in your life. And I mean, you know, when you go everywhere, even people that sometimes you don't know them, they don't know about you guys. Okay, they know about you guys being friends, but nothing aside that. And people are like, ah, that lady, that girl looks like you. She'll be the perfect fit for you. And I was like, why is everybody talking to me about Ruth? And at some point, my own personal feeling. Sometimes, if I want to do something, I'll like, let me run it through Ruth. And I'm like, when did this? I do it unconsciously. I think that was my own leading, and I was like, okay, let me just. Then every other thing just came like a confirmation and all. And I'm more of a practical guy. I like seeing things with my eye, and and use my intuition and other things. It's not basically almost always about the dream thing and all. I like I use my own intuition a lot, and saying God leads. God does lead. There is a way you can try to get rid of something, or you definitely like in this situation left for you or maybe her because of the way we used to fight. We probably wouldn't be together, but I think there was something supernatural that in as much as the more we keep fighting, the more you know we kept coming back to each other, and everything was like this is our status quo. This is more like this is our base. This is where it felt like home, and I just had to work on that. How about you? How were you laid back? Let me.
My own is it sound old fashioned. The way God showed me, it might sound old fashioned, but I can't lie, it's the way God showed me. So I was in my 300 level, and my mom is in the marriage committee, by the way. So one day she comes home and she was like, she called me and my sister and said, if people have not started praying for this marriage thing, start praying now, you're not too young, because the issues were settling in marriage committee. I think there was something happened and it really bothered her that her girls had to get it right in marriage. And for the first time I said, okay, I've not really paid attention to this marriage, let me pray. And I went to God. Let me cut let me cut it short. I was in a relationship by this time. Okay, there was a brother. There was a brother, and all my mind was, this was the perfect person. I mean, this is the person that will take me to the promised land.
So I actually overtook somebody. Wow, I'm strong, man.
So we're already talking marriage. We're already vibing on the same level. And then I had to pray.
All God cannot do does not exist.
At all. So I prayed the first time, but I was not serious. I did not get any answer. So my mom said I had to pray with an empty mind, like go to God empty, so that you can accept whatever He wants to give to you. So I decided I was going to take him off my mind. I didn't see him that week. Normally we see every week in school. I didn't see him that week. No calls. I said, God, I want to get this right. If he's the person, tell me, confirm that he's the one. If he's not, then show me who. And it wasn't up to a week. It wasn't up to a week. I began to, God speaks to me through dreams, my admission, things, it's normal. So I got this revelation, and I saw my husband and I wearing uniform wears, like.
So we don't the way I should be for dreams. We don't the way matching outfits in dreams.
By the way, by this time we're already friends, though, but I was putting him off. Like, I was like, since I'm in a relationship, I don't have to be too close to this guy. Like, we're just becoming friends. So he was at the background in my mind. So, and when in that dream, my state youth sister coordinator was with us. She was in our middle, and we were walking, and we got to a river, and she was like, oh, well, I'm going to go back here, but you guys have to cross over to the other side. Can you guys do it? I was confused in the dream, because I was like, man, where are you going to? We have to go back with you. There's no road here. So my husband held my hand in the dream. I was like, man, don't worry, we'll cross, you can go. So I didn't understand the meaning. I just woke up. I was like, why is this guy coming into my dreams now? Somebody that I just met. Now let me leave all other this thing, the last confirmation for me. So God, give me a confirmation that I can hold on to forever. Something that I can tell you, this is what you showed me. And he wrote his name in red and stamped it. I can never forget it. His name, found a hand, I didn't see the face. A hand just wrote his name in red.
Hallelujah.
And stamped it, and that was it. And from that day, I began to be nice.
Oh, you began to be nice to me, right? This is serious. Never fought God's leading to each other. What's the place of friendship in love? I think I've actually fought. I fought will of God. Actually, I fought will. I think I fought will of God in our, in our journey. Actually, I remember. I tried. I was like, God. I felt like, I think there was a time I told you that this is not going to work. No, this is not going to work. I don't know how important. I don't know how this is happening, but this is not going to work. I think I kept a very open mind anyway. I was just more like, whoever comes after this, just at some point I think I wanted to give up on this one. I felt like if I want something, it has to be like uh, exactly how I want it to be, and I wasn't ready for any form of inconveniences and giving up certain things. So I think we really wanted to. I fought on my right though. I didn't. And I know I think we had a lot of conflicts. And when we say the role of friendship in love, it's one principle doesn't really work for everybody. People start as friends, and others just fall in love like straight up. And I think how long have we been friends?
This gets to 6 years.
6 years we've been friends. Straight that part, friends, not in a relationship, not in a way, friends. We just cared about each other, and I think sometimes we discuss a lot of things, personal things, and I think that's how long we've been. And I think within that 6 years, I've been in I don't know if I've been.
Confession.
I'm not saying anything. Yeah.
So yeah, I also fought the will of God. Most of the time, what God wants for us, with our own human eyes, we do not see beyond, so we fight it. So we do not know what He has ahead. So at the end of the day, we accepted it and we're enjoying the benefits.
Okay.
And secondly, he was my friend. Like, even when we just started becoming friends, we chatted, he was more concerned about my academics. There were times he would just come and say, "Hi, studies, hope you're not playing too much, no, don't chat too." Even sometimes I'll chat with him online. That's when I was still in school. He won't answer me if I tell him that, oh, this is the exam period, I'm not running a test. Wow. To show you that he was more concerned about, and that got me. I was like, other guys, it's just like, they don't care whether you're in class or whether you have it. They're just like, where are you? Let's meet up. But he always told me that chemistry is either an A or an A. You have to do it. You have to come out. You have to do it right. He was a great inspiration for me, actually, and I came out. I came out,
God
well.
Bless me. God bless me. God bless me.
Amen. So yeah, he was a great friend before he became a great lover.
Anyway, so I personally, I didn't have people motivating me academically. I think it was only my dad at the time. So, but I just find myself being more interested in certain aspect of other people's life. It doesn't necessarily have to be the emotional part, but doing God's will. How compulsory is that for a believer? How compulsory is that for a believer?
If you say you're a child of God, you have to want to do what pleases your own Father. So it's very compulsory for you if you truly are a believer, and you enjoy the benefit more. You enjoy the benefits more doing the will of your Father, because He's the one that gave that person to you or led you to it. He will make sure that He sees you through. You don't have to fight everything alone. Any little issue, you can just call Him. Oh, this is what's happening, I don't understand. He will just show up. But if you don't do it, it's very hard, because you now be fighting battles that you never bargained for, and so it's very complex.
I think it's even more difficult it makes things a lot more complicated when you're fighting the will of God. Things become difficult, things become, let's say, more complicated. You have to swim through these, go through that, to try and maneuver your way through. But if you just doing God's will is more like just flowing with the tide, and it makes a whole lot of things easier. I think it's really really compulsory to stick and do the will of God. Any major disagreements down the line, like during courtship and how we settled it? There were so many disagreements, starting from the courtship itself. I think we did long distance courtship.
Yes,
I
yes,
was
yes,
in
yes.
Uyo. She was in in Abuja rather. Long distance. There was a time I was like, this distance is too much. I'm taking flights from Uyo to Abuja and back, Uyo to Abuja. Man, it was stressful. Then the MC also wanted to, I don't know. They did a good job anyway. I'm not calling out anybody here, but the thing is, bro, you have to come. You have to. I was like, I did walk. Like they were like, no, please, you have to be here. I think I've been to three MCs,
Yeah.
three
Because of
MCs,
this, yes.
three MCs, three marriage committees in a Tina region, in Calabar, and in Abuja. Who does that? I think I should hold the record for the bro with the who visits the highest number of MCs in one marriage. Just for one person, one sister. Anyway, so coming down to the whole courtship thing, and I remember we discussed a lot, and we had a lot of issues. We came from two different backgrounds. Definitely, we have issues, and I think some of us actually have a little tinge of stubbornness. She has it. She has it. And so striking a balance, getting each other to realize that what this thing is, the two of us are inside it too, or it is settling an issue. It became it's very serious. I think getting to that point where we started planning the wedding after during the courtship, but when we were almost rounding off and planning the wedding and all, it was serious disagreement. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm more of a practical person, and I like to work with what's on ground, financially and otherwise. She already fixed a date to me. I just did like she already fixed a date in her mind, and actually it worked anyway, because she walked by faith, me I was walking by sight. By the money I have on ground, that was how I was walking. So sometimes when she tells me things, I was like, may your faith see you through. Because me, I will look at this whole
I was
thing.
on my own.
Honestly, if it was left for me, we probably would be married by now. I think it would be. I like I said, I like being very. I work with what I have on. I'm like, no, don't worry. Let's just start. Things will fall into place. Honestly, I don't know. I actually like her faith anyway. It works, and I think that was how we settled a whole lot of. There were some issues at some point. We decided, I'm not doing again. During courtship, I was like, we are not doing it again. Let's just shut down. Let's go and rest. Let's go and pray again. I'm not doing it again. It got to that point, but when we moved ourselves out of the way, everything fell into place. I think the last disagreement we had was when we were almost postponing the wedding and everything. She cried.
I'm very emotional.
She cried. Well, I was like, well, if it's God's will, God will make a way, and here we are.
Yeah, we're here. We fought a lot though. During courtship. We fought it, and it was very hard because we're far apart. The only thing we had was phone to communicate, and whenever we have misunderstanding, he's the kind of person, he just wants to withdraw and be by himself. Me, I'm the kind of person, let's talk about it, let's just, so two different people far apart, that's
how I deal with my issues. If I have issue, I just go somewhere.
He just shuts down,
calm
shuts down on you. So most of the times we decide that we're not going to talk. Give it a day. The next day I will not be able to sleep. Like I'll lose my sleep in the night, And it will be like if I don't talk to this guy, I'll not be able to eat food, I'll not be able to sleep. It was that serious, and I'll just call him like, let's just settle so that we can breathe and live our life because we cannot do anything now. So, so that's how God made it to be. We can't, no matter how much we're angry, we can't stay. Or I don't know about him, I can't stay without talking to him. I always want to make up like, however.
Proposal. How I proposed to her and her reaction. That was an interesting moment. I when I got to church that day to see the marriage committee, I was asked to wait. I didn't know I was even going to. I was going to propose that day. So, and I saw somebody walking. The man now took us to one room where we have to do the proposal. I was like, wow, really? Like, at some point, I was like, no, let me just be myself. Let me be real. Let me just forget about all those long. I didn't. I think. I don't know. Most people will open the Bible and start telling you things before they land on the proposal.
Soft landing.
That's not for me. I just went straight to the point. Like, babe, we know why we are here.
He didn't call me babe. He called me by my name then.
Okay, yes, I called it.
Yes, no, by my name.
But it's I had to like be real with you now. You know how these things work.
Yeah.
I had to be real with you. Like, you know the reason why we are here. You know what brought. We've been.
That's exactly what he said. How come you remember the exact words?
I remember now. Why won't I remember? You know why we are here, and let's
He was almost not nice.
No, but I was being practical and very real. Like, for many years now we've been friends. Then we now started courting officially. In short, you know why I'm here. Gong, you know why I'm here. You know why you are here. What brought you here? You know why? Like, let's just do away with all the charade and everything. Will you be my wife? Straight up. And she was just sitting down there as if she wanted to hear more lyrics. And
Wow.
Like, she wanted to hear more lyrics.
Wow.
Meanwhile, I don't talk my thing finish. And they wait. I don't talk my own finish. Oh, yeah, talk your own.
My husband is not nice sometimes. So, he's not nice sometimes.
But that was it though. I just when I finished saying it, and she waited for a while and was like she was still expecting me to say something. I was, yeah, I don't talk my own finish now. Yeah, talk your. What was your reaction, sir? Because I think I can't remember how you reacted. How was your reaction? But I just know that she was expecting more, but she didn't get more. So what were you expecting?
How do you know I was expecting more? Why are you making me sound like somebody that is?
You wanted something romantic.
No,
maybe a poem.
No. I wasn't expecting a poem. I just feel like you should make a woman feel special in some special occasions.
Right.
Like, a proposal means a lot to me. Like, this is a step forward. Although before this time he had proposed, don't mind him. Anytime he sees me, he also wants his office to say, will you marry me?
No, I had to be sure now before I started.
So he has been doing an informal proposal. This was the formal one.
Oh, really?
He just came and he just gave up very short. He said, you know why we're here, you know.
You know why we're here.
He's a very real person, actually, and I like that.
Let's just...
I wasn't expecting more when I was quiet after he had finished, talking. A lot of things was going through my mind because I was like, Ruth, this is your answer now. This is, you're going to go with him, everything now. So think well. A lot of things was flying through my mind, and then I finally said yes.
Yes.
I said
you know when we finished that proposal, and I went out, then the MC man just came around.
He was like, so fast.
I was like,
you just gave me a reply like that.
Yes, so fast. The man was like, are you serious? The man now asked me, so what was that reply? She said yes. The man was like,
you just gave me a reply here.
He said she gave me a reply. No. I said yes. I was like, we know where we are, we know what we want, and we know where we are heading.
We're not just meeting each other.
We are not just, this is not today, we didn't meet today, we've been friends for over, I didn't tell him that part too.
Yeah, we didn't.
But I just, we know, so why linger, why prolong the whole process and everything?
It
So
can be
I just,
romantic stroke unromantic sometimes, depending on the mood you catch him, sha.
but
The
it's
stress of the traveling just got him. He was just like, let's just do this thing and
I
be
was,
done
and
with.
I was
Yeah,
trying to go back that same day.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
just let me just go straight. Christian courtship, your view. In short, our view. Personally, on Christian courtship, it makes a whole lot of sense. When people, you know, follow the leading of the church, it's a good thing. The marriage committee was set up to guide people on marriage process, and they have a lot to bring to the table, and they share their experiences and other things, and most times you see what they're saying. It's not just saying. This whole marriage thing, there are certain things you will never know until you enter inside. And courtship is a period where you discuss a lot of things. You discuss a lot of things. I think from what you discuss, you have, pointers of what to expect. Personally, in short, nobody is ready for marriage. Like, nobody is just ready. Because courtship is like where you discuss the plan. Then marriage is like when you enter the field. Courtship is like a research proposal. Then marriage is like the research itself. And we know that the research itself doesn't usually go as planned. It doesn't usually go the way you drafted it out on the proposal. So you have to give room. You have to keep some allowances for some exigencies that you didn't expect. So and also I think Christian courtship, although it might be very, very, very unpopular opinion, but I think more contact time should be allowed for intending couples. You don't say too much limit. These two people are trying to come together to marry. You don't tell them you don't talk often, you don't see, you don't hang out to talk. I mean, talking, making video calls, phone calls, and sitting down to discuss face to face, they are different things. They are different. Sometimes I think, these people should be allowed more space, less monitoring. I know that a lot of things can happen during that space, but they need that space. You need to sometimes allow the lady do some certain level of visiting, see where the bro stays, see certain things that they can put. People get shocked sometimes. They've never visited they've never seen where he stays, and they just show up. They have to start making, I would like to have this around, I would like to have that, I don't like this, I don't like because maybe if she knows where she's going to, they can discuss some readjustments. And I don't advise anybody to go and marry somebody that you don't really know. Like, the church, let me start from the street. The people you find on the street, Joy, know that side though. Even currently, the people you find inside the church, Joy knows see the inside. So definitely you can pick a very bad option inside the church.
True.
Very true and fact. So these people, it is when you have more contact time, you get to start understanding the person more. All this phone talk will not do you good. Everything is always good on phone. Contact time, you get to learn more about the person. Time with the person that you want to actually get to marry. Marriage is not a 1 week relationship where you can just decide and opt and walk out. I think contact time for me, it's a contact time, and that remove some restrictions and allow them more contact time. How about?
Well, my husband has said everything. You said everything. I think, okay, let me just add small.
Okay, add salt. Add more salt inside.
There's a part of God. You prayed, He showed you, He led you. So anyhow He did. You know how God speaks to you. There's your part. You have to play your part. Get to know the person. Get to find out what you want to know. Get to talk about things you don't like, things you like. there are a lot you have to find out. For us, because it was long distance, we tried. We used almost all social media, video calls, WhatsApp. We did a lot. Yet, you don't still know a person until you come in. You know, no, we're still getting to learn about each other. It was very helpful because we're real. We're not like, let's follow marriage we didn't even follow marriage committee outline. Someone gave us something deeper, which we followed. It
An
really
outline
helped
that
us.
is
Yes.
way, way, way deeper.
And there are some topics that marriage committee purposely leaves out, which is very important. Let me not mention it. This is a Christian interview.
Anyway, so I think that's for for a view on Christian courtship. But anyway,
Yeah.
advice to singles and those courting. I think first of all, advice. I still feel I'm just learning anyway. I'm not a marriage counselor, but I'm just going to say this. Number one thing is get someone you love, you truly love. Forget about whether you saw the person inside well, you went and dragged the person out. Forget about that. Love is the bedrock. If you don't love that person, you will not last. You don't will last. Love is very, very important. Forget it. Just forget it. Forget pity. Forget how the person looks. Forget if the person does not compliment you. Forget it. You have to. It is you that will live with the person, not the marriage committee, not your parents, not the church. Doesn't matter how everybody is going to see your choice. You are the one that is going to live with your choice. It's something that you're going to live. It's someone you're going to live with forever. So the first thing, love should come first, not the eagerness, the desire to settle down first. No, the desire, the eagerness to settle down first shouldn't be there. Find someone that you cannot stay without. Now, when you find that person, everything will fall into place. Then, view of marriage. What's your own view of marriage?
We're still learning. We're still very young. We're just like 3 months in marriage.
3 months. I think we don't clock 4 months. I think we don't. See, I view of my marriage is. I think it's an institution where if it wasn't so important, God wouldn't have put it there. But I feel it's complementary, complement each other, and God blesses if God happens to it. The first thing is companionship. You have somebody you talk to, you discuss with, you spend time with, and otherwise children will come. That's the blessings that. But if children don't come, don't stress. You still have you still have each other anyway. Forget what your village people will say, but companionship is the number one thing for me. That's my own take. Then don't let anybody force you to go and get married. It doesn't always end well. Don't let your parents, don't let peer pressure, even if all your friends finish married, they will not. One thing I've learned in this tennis, no be who first enter, they enjoy marriage. Because people wey we marry the same month, plenty of them don't come out now. They never even reach 4 months. I'm not exalting my own marriage, but I'm just saying. Another thing is you have to endure and tolerate in marriage. Plenty shifting of grounds, plenty shifting. You have to understand the other person. Sometimes, even though it might be inconvenient for you, you have to just adjust for the other person. You understand? So basically, I think that's just that for me. I don't know if you this.
Well, I remember the day we got married, and my husband was like, "How do you feel? What do you think? Like, we got married. The wedding is over. Are you scared?" We talked about some things, and I was like, for me, marriage is like I'm coming into this marriage with a white canvas, and I'm going to paint my story. You're going to hear a lot, scary things. Oh, this marriage is like this. So some women might advise you a lot of bad advice more than the good ones. But you are going to determine if your marriage is going to be beautiful. So you paint your story, and at the end of the day, you get to enjoy.
I remember that after our wedding, we went back to the hotel. everybody left. People left the
It was
hotel.
real.
At the end, it was just the two of us.
Yes.
I was like, shey you've seen. Everybody don't come finish, they don't witness the whole thing, they don't chop rice, they've all eaten and they've all given us what they wanted to give us. Now, the only thing we have now is each other, and it's left for you to make your marriage work.
True.
At the end, if it crashes, it will be a different
Of course.
story. So the power to work things out is in your hands. If you see an issue, you decide to blow it out of proportion, still your wahala, nobody cares. At the end, if you still go back to church and say, my husband is giving me too much issues, I can't do it again, they will tell you that it is your cross. You have to do what? Go and carry it. So the power, to make things work and not to make it work
Yeah.
is in your hands.
True.
If you decide, no marriage is perfect. Everybody has their own issue. So I think that's all the advice I have.
Sorry. Let me add something. When I came into marriage, I just came with one kind of. I'm a very stubborn person. I can be stubborn. I came with some kind of mindset like that, which made us have a lot of conflict at the beginning. So it was when I began to listen to him, like actually listen to him talk. That was when I began to draw some wisdom. I began to, most of the things that we women do doesn't make any sense. So I think listen to your man, like listen to your
listen
husband.
to each other. Listen to each other, and everything will be fine. Take care. It was nice having you, and it was nice talking to you and pouring out our mind.